Hello, today I will be playing Fischer Random Chess, or Chess 960 as it's also called, and I will be streaming for 3 hours, so we will be able to do plenty of games today. And I thought I would start with a 10-minute game, just so I have some time to kind of get into it. This is the first time I'm streaming 960 chess. I don't really know why I haven't done it before. I kind of forgotten that it was a thing, I think. But now we're here and we hope to get some wins, but it is of course a bit of a different way to think, at least to some degree. But I'm not able to find an opponent very quickly here in a 10-minute game. So if we don't find someone soon, we could try some other time controls. I think at least if we take a 3-minute game, then we would be able to find someone quick. Could also look for some arenas or something like that, but it doesn't seem to be anyone coming up really soon. Let me at least start looking for maybe a 5-minute game as well. A 5+5 is alright. We could play 3, of course. It's just, I feel like it's a bit of a little time to start off with. We could, it would be better to go over to 3-minute games a bit later. And there we find the game. And this is, okay, it's 5 minutes, no increment. So what I like to start with is just to figure out, is any of my pawns hanging? And now the queen takes these pawns, and then we have the king. This pawn does not seem to be protected. And these are also protected, so it is this pawn. No protection from right behind, no from the diagonals, and no knights who can take it from one more square away. So that means we should be a bit careful about this pawn. But we should really start, as this is a bit of a short game. I think I'm just gonna start off with this just to kind of stop this pawn from being pushed. Seems natural. Alright. But yeah, as it's no increment, of course, I should really get the speed up. We could maybe try to take some central control. Even though it could also weaken the king. So that might be the problem to it. But I don't feel like this opening, or this opening position, if that's the correct term, is too dramatic. Yeah. What should we do? Let's play this out. The downside to it is, of course, that it blocks the bishop to some degree. But we'll say that's fine for now. It's not too far from a normal position either. Maybe I should just castle kingside now, actually. Let me do that. Okay. Need to put a king on the rook. So now the main weird thing is this queen. But we could try to get that one out. But yeah, I spent a bit too much time in the opening there just looking at the position, which is kind of why I wanted a longer game, so I could do that without losing too much time, but it's fine. Let's just try to improve the speed a bit. I'm really not sure how this rating thing works, because I haven't played before. This seems to be my normal blitz rating, so that might like be a starting point for the rating in Fischer Random. I guess that must be it. I don't think it's the same rating. That would be odd. I think it was like that in one of the other variations as well. Maybe Crazy House, I think. But it's a bit weird because in some of them it's not like that. In some you just start at some other rating. Like maybe you start at 800 or 1000. I don't really remember what you start at. Should we do this? Yes, we can just do make something happen here at least. He hasn't castled yet, but he could castle kingside whenever he wants to. So castling works approximately the same as in normal chess. The pieces will end up where they are in normal chess, is the rule. So you could, for instance, start with, if you start with rook, king, rook, then still castling kingside will then move the king all over here and this rook all over here. So you could get some really long castling. And you could also get castling where the king actually moves toward the center. And you could get castles where just the two pieces just switch place. I'm always tempted to sacrifice when stuff like that happens, but I'm not sure if it's a good idea. And it's called chess 960 because it's 960 possible starting positions. The only rules is that the bishops should be on opposite colors and that the king must be in between the two rooks. So, and I think that's sensible rules. If the bishop could be on the same color, that would really change the game, I think. Of course, that could be interesting as well, but I mean, 960 is more about just getting rid of the openings, not changing all the middle game tactics and end games and those sorts of stuff. It is, of course, possible to get bishops of the same color in normal chess as well if you promote to a bishop, but that's not very normal. So he's probably gonna go in here. I don't really have a plan, but the thing is, I feel like I'm probably gonna flag if I don't play fast, so I can't really find the good moves. Or I don't take time to do that, at least. And the other thing, that the king has to be between the rooks, that also makes sense, at least to some degree, because of the fact that the castling thing will make much more sense then. If not, it might be like two ways to do the kingside castle. How should that work? Could, of course, make rules for that sort of stuff, but it just makes it a bit simpler, I think. I feel like I actually have a decent position here. Maybe just go here. Maybe I can actually take. Yeah, I think maybe I should have taken first, and maybe I could do something like this. I'm not sure if it really would have done anything, but could have been interesting. Now I should try to attack on the queen side. I think I have some chances to do that. Attack this pawn. But he is adding pressure here now. Maybe I just can do this. But of course, without queens, the attack will be much harder to achieve. Free move. I don't want to take with the rook, because then this would be hanging. But he can take here now, actually. I can't take back, because the rook will be hanging. That might not have been such a good idea, or decision anyway. And with the bishop here, I could have taken here as well. So I think that actually was a mistake, but he doesn't utilize it. Then I think I can just take here. And double rooks, probably next move. Still a bit low on time, but not too much either. Not sure if I want to trade off rooks, but let's at least find something quick so I don't flag. Right, I think I can just take. Maybe go here. And then move this one back. Maybe threaten to go up here next move. I don't really want to leave the B file. with my rook so he can take control. That's kind of the key to the game, I feel like now. But maybe, I mean, if he goes here now, I could force them off if I want to. Let me just do that as I am low on time. And still being one pawn up, and we have bishops on the same color, so it should be slightly better for me. I can't really leave this pawn though. Let's try this. And now king up. So I have improved maybe at least slightly here. I think I can trade now and I would be winning. So it's probably not gonna trade, but then this will drop. And we are getting very equal on time now as well. I mean, I feel like this should be winning. Oh, I should just have pushed, probably. And now I'm not sure. Maybe I can go for this, because if it takes... But he doesn't have to take. If it takes, I can take here. Now I can do this, I think. This should be winning. But maybe not, if I just need to stand guard here. The thing is, one of us will flag. Probably. But I don't think I can keep improving actually now. But as long as he thinks, I will win it on time. But I think this might be a draw if it doesn't blunder. Unless I can go here, but that's probably gonna lose for me. But I'm not gonna accept a draw when I'm up on time. So let me just move back and forth a couple of times and then wait a bit, just move some other places. And eventually I would just accept a worse position if, okay, he didn't even, now I have a winning position, but he could have won it, but I'm gonna win on time, so I didn't care, as long as I didn't step into a threefold repetition. So good start there. That rating really not stable yet, as it was my first game, so I earned 119 points. So the thing here in the end is that as soon as I step further up on the board than this pawn is unstoppable. And the same thing kind of applies for him. He can take this pawn, but then this pawn is unstoppable. So that means neither of us can really improve. And maybe I should have done something else earlier to prevent this situation from arising. But with the clocks, what it was, I just went for this. He won't have time, probably with 6 seconds left. It is a bit risky, but I think it's much likelier that I win on time than him being able to mate me in 6 seconds. So he didn't even try there, really. All right, good start. Let's do another one, and let's look for a bit of a longer game. I'm gonna search some longer time controls, and again, if we don't find any opponents, we'll just search at more time controls. Let's see if it's anyone interesting here. Okay, so this, I don't think I've ever played this time control before. It's 20 minutes, no increment. So that's cool. Plenty of time, but still no increment, so I need to watch out a bit. But we got an achievement, Random Thoughts, first 960 games, so that's nice. Now we have some more time to really look at the position. What is it about? So the queen protects all these pawns, and the king all these pawns. And these bishops protect these, so all the pawns are protected. So that's something. Now, what should we try to achieve here? We of course want to open up for the bishops somehow. Want to get some knights out and maybe push the pawns in front of the rooks. He opened up here, so maybe he wants to play this out. It could weaken the king a bit though, but probably not too easy to utilize. I just like this. It opens up for the queen and the rook to some degree, and it fights a bit for the center as well, stopping this move. It is playable of course, but then we can take. So he kind of copies my move there, which is fine. I think I might want to have this bishop up here, so I want to push here. But then I'm really not sure what to do about the other bishop, because I might actually want to castle this way. But that's a bit problematic. Could be. As I need to get this, this one out. Because then I need to push either of these pawns. That could mess it up slightly, at least. Maybe I just want to push here actually and play bishop here instead. I think I'll do that for now at least. But we'll see. So I could do this. It is pressure against this pawn. So I need to deal with that. But I think this is just a nice intermediate move, annoying the queen a bit. I don't think he can move the queen anywhere where it creates new threats. Actually, the queen can only move one square, and that's here. But he could block it. I guess that's what he's gonna do. Alright, so now I should really protect this pawn. Either by maybe moving out a knight, that's one way, or I could do a pawn push. I feel like this knight... Okay, maybe I want a knight here. Yeah, maybe I should just use one of the pawns. Maybe this one. Or this. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna go for this one. It weakens the king slightly, but it's probably alright. And I might want to have this guy here, so let's not block that just yet. Yeah, I think I'm gonna copy his move there. Actually, I'm gonna play this one first, just to stop him from getting here. And next move, I'm gonna go here, probably. He tries to get the queen out, but I don't see really why the queen is so good there. It probably isn't, just a start of some more moves. Alright, doesn't want me to go here, that makes sense, and if I go here, he can capture. And actually the bishop is there as well. So I could consider doing the same to stop this move. But on the other hand, if he does it, can't I just do it then and he has to move back? That seems to be maybe even better. So what should I do about this whole situation? Should I push here as well? That really blocks this guy. I could also push it twice, but that makes this a less good place to hide the king in the future. So we have some options. For sure. Anything else that could work? I mean, I could maybe just stick with the king in the center. It's not that dangerous there, at least yet. And maybe also on the king side. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go for this move. And kind of postpone the decision where to put the king, but this certainly makes it less attractive to put the king on the queen side at least. But it could still be a valid option. It kind of depends what he does. So he wants to take some central control. That makes sense, but it really weakens the light squares. So I think this is a very good or sensible follow-up. Notorious Gamer, wanna go against me? Yes, we can do that if you are up for some Fischer random chess after this game. You can just send me an invitation on chess.com for some Fischer random time control of your choice. Preferably not bullet, at least. And now I think it could be a good idea to just bring the queen out. But maybe I, as him, want to just do this first. But I don't really think I need to actually. Because thing is, if he goes here, I can just move the queen to the side. And still he doesn't really do very much there. So next move I can probably just do this. I think I want to move the queen here though. It's not that it is so fantastic here, but at least it has some future ideas. Maybe if some of these pawns pushes, I have some squares up here. I think it's alright. Now I consider to do this. And if it takes, I get the bishop in. I could also mix up the order, move the bishop first if I want to have the knight there in the end. Or if I want to decide what to do with the king. But I think maybe it's better to just keep the options open at the moment. Because if I go to one side, he can immediately start attacking there. And he hasn't decided either. So I don't really want to be the first one to decide what to do with my king. And it's not like it's any immediate danger in the center. I could try to re-maneuver this knight. So that could also focus on maybe one of these squares. Or I could make a pawn push. You know what? In the lack of something better, I will just do this in the meantime. I don't feel like there's any move I need to do immediately here. So I can more respond to what he is doing. It's probably not the objectively best move. But it's kind of a bit like just saying I pass. I would say it improves the position slightly. But at least it doesn't mess up the position. Alright, so he does this move. So I think I'm just gonna take then. Not that that knight does very much there by itself, but it could be a bit annoying. So I just take, and when he recaptures with either pawn, I could probably just go up here. I'm not really sure if this gives me any advantage, but I don't think it's much worse either. So now it could be a possibility for him to just go bishop here. Yeah, he does. And now I need to consider if I trade, he gets the queen here, pressure here, but maybe I can then just castle kingside and connect the rooks. That's one option. I don't really want to mess up my pawns in the center at least. Yeah, let's just go for this line. I think it's decent. So, castle, kingside. It could try to like really break up the kingside, but it is a lot of fewer pieces now, and I think I shouldn't get into too much trouble that way. I just must not forget something and start moving this rook up. Not that it makes any sense to do that now, but so this will hang. So he also castles. There is some pin things here, but I don't think I can use that for anything in any time soon. I could try to take some space by going here though. Let me actually just bring this one over here first so that I just don't need to think about this anymore. I think this is an alright move. The queen could go here. That could actually have been very annoying. Threatening here and here. Maybe I should actually stop that. But yeah, maybe if I just... Let's see. Yeah, if I push again and he goes here, I can take here. What is this bishop up to? Maybe he wants to go queen here and then go here. I don't think it's that worrying. This pawn is a bit weak. I could try to get rid of it. Maybe I should do that. And now also I take control here. Why does he allow this double pawn? I don't really get that. Yeah, it just seems unnecessary. I need to watch out for this though, so I don't move rook here. Walking into this pin, I could maybe then go g5, but I don't really want to go g5, I think. At least not yet. So maybe I should just move the queen somewhere. Maybe up here, actually. Though I don't really want to leave my king alone, but I think it's alright. And now I threaten here, I add pressure here. This is covered, of course. You could, well, I'm not really, okay, that's a simple way to deal with it, just protect that pawn. But of course, it's a very passive move. Now I might be able to just bring in another rook. Yeah. And this move, even though it could try to open up this f-file, which could be to some degree scary, that's not really possible as the queen is behind all of that. This could be a threat at some point, but I think it's alright. I could actually just go for this now. That, of course, the thing is I weaken my defense a bit. Hello, Nicola Drummer. How are you? Pushing the pawn was bad. You trade everything on f2 and take the pawn with tempo. Yeah, I'm good as well, thank you. And good that you are. So are you talking... let's see. Pushing the pawn was bad. So are you talking about this push? Yeah, that's also a way to go. Okay, so this is the position. He threatens to take here and then threaten mate. So that we should probably care about. Probably just move the king to the side. But to which side? In the corner it is more of a chance of being mated, but on the other hand it's much scarier out on the board. So I think maybe corner is alright here. Next move is probably to just double the rooks. But this pawn is covered at the moment with 3 pieces against 3. And I can't really bring my last rook easily around to attack as well, so... yeah, for now I think he holds it, but it isn't very pleasant for him to just be there standing defensive. Hoping is the first step to not calculating. That's probably true. And if you're a bit lucky as well, it could just turn out well. I think I'll just double. And I'm not sure if I want to trade off the rooks. I don't have anything particularly against it. But the question is, if he takes, do I want to take with my other rook, or do I want to create a passed pawn? Which could become weak, but it could also be a monster. I think maybe I want to take with a pawn. I'm sure that if I was white, I would have been more worried about him taking, or me taking with a pawn at least. What is his plan now? Is it some perpet idea? That could be something. But I might be able to escape. He is threatening this pawn, which is a bit of key. But on the other hand, can't I just win a rook now by taking here actually? I can do that. So the question is, does he have any good counter threats? And I think the closest thing he has must be to go for this perpet or just take this pawn. But I don't think either of those plans justify a rook, so I think I'll just take that one. And even if he takes here, I don't need to retake, I can just take the other rook. So I take, and I also get a check, which is nice. Unfortunately, I still can't take here because of... I win material if you just count the number of pieces, but I drop a queen for a pawn and a piece, so that's not really good enough. But how do we finish him off now? I am up a full rook, so I could maybe like sack an exchange, for instance, if that's any good. Maybe I can just go here actually. I just need to think a bit more about this actually, because if I takes and he takes, and then I mean it should be a lot of checks, but can't I just like keep walking over here and eventually my other pieces will help me out? But maybe it's even safer to just bring the queen back. Yeah, I don't really see why I shouldn't do that. And what I didn't think about now was that he had this check if I had moved the queen. But I don't think that would have done much. I could just walk up and it doesn't have a follow-up check. Without dropping the queen, that is. Okay, what's the point of that move? Yeah, okay, it threatens the rook, that's something for sure. Maybe I can just... I don't know where I want to go, here or here. I think I can just overload this piece, maybe. Ah, he wanted to go there. Wait, I can just take here now. He thought I couldn't take there because of the pin, but I can just take with the queen first. Let me just double check it. So I take, and his best try is to check me, but then I walk up and no more checks. Yeah, that happens. You just think this pawn can take, but the thing is in the end it can take as soon as the queen moves. So that was 2 blunders there, which made this game a win for me. First dropping a rook and then a piece. And that's the difference in material right now. Okay, so we get this pawn. And that isn't a good pawn to get, that's for sure, but it doesn't really help. I could go here and threaten checkmate if I want to. I could also just take this pawn with pretty much anything. I just need to watch out. I don't want to move my queen. Taking here could be good. I think it threatens maybe checkmate by going here followed by this. But the thing is then you can take here. And that could at least become a perpetual. So I think, why don't I just take with the bishop actually. I also threaten a check here, which could be nice. So, or maybe even do that with the queen, now that that pawn is gone. What's the point of his last move? I don't really see it, except for maybe trying to push this pawn. But this should be over very soon. I think it's actually just a forced mate now. This, okay, you can block. That could postpone it a bit, but it's still over. So if you're still here, Notorious Gamer, and you wanted to play, then we can do that now, if you send me an invitation. And if anyone else wants to play, you could also send me an invitation. But Notorious Gamer, you will be prioritized first, as you asked earlier. But it doesn't seem like you are present anymore. Oh, there it is. Okay, I assume this is you, Nicola Drummer. So then we play first, and if you want to play Notorious Gamer, just tell me and we can play afterwards. So let's see, this is at 3 minutes. Yeah, this is normal chess, right? Yes. I thought maybe we could play the Benoni ones. That's what I usually play against d4 in classical chess. So I am going to primarily play Fischer random today, but one normal game is of course fine as well. Just woke up. Alright, then I should have a chance. Let me just do this. Get that bishop out. That's often the problem in the d4 openings, that bishop gets kind of trapped in the defense. So I'm happy with what I've achieved so far in this game, I think. Not too much going on. Not sure if I should take there or not, but I feel like it's alright at least. Time situation is pretty equal, so that's something for sure. And we'll just see what happens. Rook in the half-open file must be good. Chase that bishop away, so that's probably just gonna move one step backwards. Well, I didn't really do that, so it might not be the case. I just took. And that favor, if that's a favor, is returned. It is more annoying when it goes back, but in this situation I'm not really sure. Neither of these, well, I don't know, the knights might have been better. At least on this bishop. And maybe the queen there as well. I could push here if I want to, but that leaves this pawn isolated. Let's scare him. I'm not even sure if this really is a threat. It might be possible to just run away. But probably safer to just not allow that to happen. So maybe I should try to reroute my knight somewhere. Not really sure what happens if the queen goes up here, for instance. Take with the pawn or the rook. I think I'll take with the rook. The downside is that maybe it moves like this, make it move again. But let me for now add some pressure to this pawn. This is a bit annoying. I think I'm just gonna step out of that so I won't be surprised at some later point. And now I just realized that I've actually dropped a bit on the clock. But yeah, we'll see. What should I try to achieve now? Can I get my pieces? Okay, this is annoying. Double protect. But still a bit low on time, and I'm really not sure how this will turn out. I can't say I have too much control. I've just abandoned this for now. Let's maybe try to exploit the open file as well. So now I allow this, maybe, as I can't take it. How much of a danger is my king in? We'll see. 40 seconds against 60. And I'm just in a trade mood now. But we'll see how that position turns out in the end. Can't do that. Let me try to put some pressure here. I'll just take, but yeah, I'm not sure about this position at all. And how is this gonna be? We both get passed pawns now, but we have, okay, if he accepted it, that was, whoa. But no, I'm probably gonna flag, even though I might be able to win here now. Oh, that was very bad. Of course. Can I win this though now? Oh wait, this is protected. I can't take that. Oh, but he missed that, but I'm gonna flag. No, oh, I tried to check there, but it was a slight mouse slip. Not that it matters. I'm dead on the clock. Okay, well played, Nicola Drummer. And we can play again. I'm just curious because it says it is. I'm dropping some frames. It says here. So is the quality of the stream all right, or is it lagging to some degree? Because if it is, please tell me, and I can at least try to fix that. I'm not sure if I'm able to, but it would be nice to know at least. But for now, let's go again. So we get a Sicilian. And yeah, let's just take. Castling fast, that can't be too bad. Bring the pieces into the center. Both are isolated pawns, but they are fairly decent protected, I would say. Whoa, need to watch out here, so I don't start dropping pieces unnecessarily. It's very symmetrical. I think the only difference is what piece we have here actually. That's interesting. So which piece is the better? But also my opponent has a tempo extra. So we are approaching an endgame here very quickly. I'm not sure how that endgame is gonna be. This pawn is under a lot of pressure if the queen is taken. But maybe it's under a lot of pressure now too, of course. What happens if I just go here? And then takes here. And then I takes. That's fine for me. I think it's fine. Alright, but now this pawn is... Wait, this pawn is hanging. But... yeah, let's go for it. But now this pawn is dropped, so that's two connected pawns, and not one of them is passed here. But I also have that here. But it is a bit better to have it in the center, probably. Let's try to push this pawn at least. But now it's a lot of pressure here. That's very dangerous. Can I aid that with a queen? Maybe I can't actually. This looks problematic. I could go here, but I don't think I can hold that for a long time. No, then just queen here. Seems to be winning. I should have been a bit more careful here. So do I have anything at all? This might still be the best I have, actually. So now... Oh, wait, I thought I could take here, but I can't, so that makes it worse. Probably. I'm not sure if it's a quick mate. Oh, wait, now it is. It might actually be... Okay, no, wait. Yeah, now I can escape out here, maybe. If the queen goes here, that is. But it's still a hopeless position. Now it's a checkmate threat here. I could stop that for now, but what if we just check here? I go into the corner. Okay, maybe it's no checkmate there immediately, actually. But you could just do this anyway, actually. Now it seems hopeless. Can't really find any defense. Let's try to swindle the queen. But if I take now, I have this. But I mean, just trade the queens and it's easily won. And also I'm flagging on top of everything. But just tell me if it's any problems with the stream. Nicola, could we play a 960 game instead? Would that be alright for you? If not, we could do one more. I could maybe invite you, of course, but I'm not sure. I have another account of you as friend. I don't play 960 ever. Oh, can we make it 5 minutes? Yeah, that's for sure. Okay. Alright, I don't play it a lot either, but we can practice. So let's see what's going on. Is any pawns not protected? All of these are protected. All the pawns are protected here. So nothing to be very worried about. So this is 5 plus 0. Yeah. I'm just gonna copy that first move. Seems to make sense. I think, yeah, I mean, this was also a copying move, but it was I really wanted to do that myself to maybe support this move, but now this pawn is challenged. So what's going on if I do this? I guess this is a bit problematic. So maybe I should just play some defensive move instead. I could do this. Let me do that. It really weakens the dark squares, but at least it doesn't really block any piece. Alright. What if I now take here? And then afterwards I take here. But the thing is, this pawn will still be hanging. So maybe I should go here first. That of course makes it possible to respond. Yeah, like that, for instance. Should I just go up here? Let's see. Might be a bit problematic to get this guy out as well. Yeah, let me just go here for now. And I do threaten to take here, I think. But not anymore. This bishop seems kind of nice here. Unless you play f4, then it might not be too good anymore. So maybe I shouldn't do it. Maybe I should try to get this knight out. Maybe here. For now. It says I'm dropping a lot of frames, but unless anyone has issues with it, I guess it's okay for now. Don't know why that is. I think the internet connection should be good enough. So please give me feedback, if you have any. Of course, the feedback could just be that it works. That's nice feedback as well. Okay, I don't care too much about this capture, I guess. What should I do with my king? Should I do anything about it? I mean, it is kind of nice where it is. Maybe I can just try to push and see what happens there. And it's not possible for white to do the counter push, because I actually control that square. So that would just drop a pawn. But yeah, it is a bit of a locked center here, of course. So we'll see. Just keep pushing, maybe. We'll see. He might play this move, but nope. Should I just complete the push? I mean, it's probably just gonna walk past it now, so not too dramatic. But that pawn could maybe become annoying at some point. We'll see. Okay, so now that capture happens, I think I'll take with this pawn so I don't weaken my center too much. Yeah, I think that was a good decision at least. So now I need to move this guy. I think I'll just move it to the side. I think I'll do this now. And I'm decently happy with that trade. Yeah. Okay, I've just completely forgotten about the time here. So I'm gonna flag again. Unfortunately, I can't really find any good moves. So let's just go into bullet mode, but I can't really make that work either. Apparently. Been a long time since I played bullet, actually. Yeah, there goes a pawn. Let's play with increment next time, Nicola, if you want more games. Because, yeah, I mean, I could just do something quick, but I have no chance with this time. I feel like. Especially as I'm not really able to speed up. A hanging pawn here I can take, but that's probably gonna be protected. Maybe it's not that easy to protect. There should be some ways. Wow, that was just hanging. That's not good. I threatened checkmate in 1 though. So now that pawn gets to do something at least. Wow, maybe it's a very scary threat actually. I thought this was possible, but I can just take that and that's checkmate, and if we go here I can just take that as well. How do you stop the checkmate? If you can't, that was kind of out of nothing. But it all was possible because of this pawn, which didn't really do anything at that moment, but now it's the nail in the position that really allows his checkmate. Queen sacrifice was needed to stop that. But that might stop it too, but still the threat is on, but now that was possible, yeah. And I check here. Is this checkmate? That's a beautiful checkmate, because the rook can't take because of the pin. And all the squares are covered. But that really came out of nowhere from me. Yeah, thank you. We could play again if you want to, but let's add some increment then. But let me just first go, just to check if it's anything with the internet. I'll be back in maximum 1 minute. Alright, I'm back, but I couldn't really figure out what it was, but as long as nobody says something's wrong, I guess it's alright. So let's see, did you want another game, Nicola? Have you sent me an invitation? No. If you don't want to, that's all fine, of course. Killer Knight, you delivered checkmate with a knight. So I've apparently never done that before while streaming. There we have it, 5-5, that's nice. First knight mate, that took a while. About 2 months of streaming. Let's see, the game has started. Maybe just open up here. So are all the pawns protected? Is this protected? I don't think it is. That's the only pawn which is not protected, but it doesn't seem very easy to attack it for either of us. Should we just trade off those pawns? Let me play a bit aggressiver, see if I can create something down here, combined with this thing. Should probably be stoppable just by pushing this pawn once or twice. Or some other move could probably also work, like block this thing. And thinking about it, it doesn't... Well, wait. Yeah, it does. If I can get here, it's good. Because even though the knight can take, I can just sack my rook and win here in the end. So there it's blocked. Unfortunately, but not unexpectedly. Let me take here. And let's just try to win some tempos by moves like this. But I should probably have fought a bit more for the center already, and I should do it soon. Because these pawns unchallenged in the center, it's not ideal for me. I guess I could just play d4 next move. Unless I have something better. I think that's a nice move. And yeah, maybe just keep developing the pieces. This bishop seems a bit annoying here, not that it does anything very concrete, not any direct threats, but it takes some important squares. Let's see, Nikolai is writing me in the game chat, need more experience with this game. I play so bad. Well, last game I feel like was pretty balanced until I was a bit lucky there in the end. Can you castle? Yes, you can castle. But the thing about castling is that after you have castled, the pieces will be where they were in a normal chess game. So if you castle queenside, the king will end up in the c file and the rook in the d file. And castling kingside is king ends up here and rook ends up here. So after castling, the pieces will be just like in normal chess. I think that's the easiest way to kind of remember it. Is this move a bit annoying? Because now I could take here and then it won't be possible to castle anymore. Not that I'm sure castling is so good, and maybe this bishop is worth more than that. But let's do it just to stop that castling from happening at least. This should probably get out here. Not really sure if this move is annoying. It could be, but it doesn't really threaten anything directly. But now this pawn is being threatened. Didn't really think about that. I could maybe just protect it with a rook. I could also actually castle queenside. That would just teleport this rook over here without moving the king. On the other hand, maybe I want the rook to stay here. Let's try this. We'll see. Hopefully that a-pawn won't get too weak. What? Oh, maybe I will drop material back. If so, that's really cool, actually. Not good for me, but still cool. If you can just push and I drop back and then you fork the knights. If you saw that, that's advanced stuff. But I think that's what's about to happen. Wait, what if I take here? Takes, and then in the end I have this thing. I think this might end up with me winning some pawns. Or am I thinking wrong? Maybe winning one pawn. Let's see, yeah, because right now I'm down an exchange for a pawn. But if I win that exchange back, then things are better. I think this is alright. And that king doesn't seem too safe. I have some good follow-up moves. Maybe give this check first. No, maybe this first actually. There are some pressures and pieces pointing down here though. I hope that will be survivable. But will this black king survive? I'm not really sure. It still has a lot of squares and pieces to hide behind, but I have some attacking threats as well. What if I just slowly try? Wait, you can block with the bishop, so maybe not that move. Let me try to go here. I think. Yeah, and just threaten checkmate. Checkmate threats are always annoying. It might be possible to check here, but then I think I can just walk to the side and be decently safe for a little while at least. One way to stop the threat, it might be to go here to protect this square. I'm not sure if there's too many other ways. Also, this rook is really helping. Doesn't allow that king to escape. So that might have been the only move. Now I have a fork, but that's only going to be a trade, so maybe not. I could also just bring the queen in, adding to the pressure. I'm not sure if that's stoppable actually. How do you stop? Wait, is it animate threats? It should be. I have this check, but then king to the side. That might have been a very good move actually. But I refuse to think there's nothing here. The thing is, it would have been a fork here if just I could have moved those pieces. Move the queen. It's a more precise way to put that. Could also just try to bring this one in. Let me do that for now. Wait, I need to be a bit careful. This is hanging, but that might not help. What happens if you take that? Check. I think that's good. I'm good. So this is probably the best move. I think if you take here, it's checkmate here, isn't it? After what I can see, it is. So it's not that easy to survive this attack, but there might be some way. You could just trade off here. That might be one try. But then maybe I can take with the rook. And this counter threat, I don't think it would have been much of a worry either. But it doesn't really help that I don't have a checkmate. That queen can't really move. And now I think I also threaten this move, and then if you take, then I have this checkmate, and if you block with the queen, at least I win the queen, if not anything better. So maybe that was a good way to try to stop that. What if I take here anyway? You can't take with the you can't take with this one. But maybe you can take with the pawn. Let me try to take here. But I'm not really sure. Maybe it could be possible to take here now. And if I check here, then you can go here, but it doesn't really seem survivable. But Nicola tries. And it might be the best practical try. So I think I should check here first. So this is forced. And now maybe this check and then goes here. Or if I check here with the queen, wait, then it's possible to trade the queens. So I think I'll try this move. Now I can take here, but then this drops as well. And I'm getting low on time. But it could just be a mate here very quickly as well. And if you check, then you just walk back, I guess. What about this move? I mean, it's possible to take here, but I'm gonna just assume this leads to something good for me. But I feel like my attack was more promising earlier on. For sure. But I mean, yeah, that was forced, I think. And now, I guess I take with the queen. What if I just push? It depends on whether I have anything better. Is this very powerful? Let me push. Maybe it's possible to do this and threaten checkmate. No, but then I promote with a check. But what if we just moved this away? And now I can't promote, which is bad. Don't I have any checks here? Because if so, that's bad. I was about to flag. This was the intention, but I don't think that was a good move. Queen takes, but then I promote. And there's no checks, so maybe... Wait, there is one check, but that I have covered. So I think I got away with it. Oh wait, yeah, that was possible, of course. So I'm up a pawn, but now I'm not up that pawn anymore. I think I didn't lose it, but I lost the win, maybe. It could still be winning. Luckily I covered this pawn now. But very high chances of a perpet. Maybe it's actually just a perpet right now. Which isn't a bad result, but I felt I was very close to a win. Need to be a bit on the watch out so I just don't get or drops my queen or something like that. Yeah, I think we can take the draw. No way I'm getting out of this. Interesting game though. So did you see any wins there, Nicola? It felt very dangerous. You could have a quick look at it actually. Okay, here it goes. Out to castle. I think you need to move the king on top of the rook to decide you want to castle. Yeah, I love both games. Yeah, it certainly was interesting games. So the computer says this is completely winning for me, but it doesn't really show it as a mate in a couple of moves. So that's kind of what I was most curious about, if at any point it just was like mate in 4 or less. Here it says mate in 7, but still a bit tricky. This was not the best move. But yeah, it was of course risky. I hoped I could win the rook somehow or promote. But I couldn't really do either, so now it's just losing, yeah. But then I got back with this this thing. But actually it was winning for me at this point. How do I win the position? I can't really see here lines. So I'd start with the check. Oh, and of course I just win the rook. Didn't really think about that. There is a big delay with the stream. That's not good. I think there is some kind of internet issue, but I'm not really sure what it is. So I'm not sure, but if we refresh, will it still be a problem? I think just the internet speed is slow right now. So it's broadcasting a bit late, but I'm not sure why there's a big delay. I could understand if the quality went down a bit. But I'm really not sure about... this is a better view probably. About the delay. That's not really ideal either. Don't I have any good views to just watch this thing now? Okay, I can figure that out after the stream. But except for the delay, is the quality alright? Check and take rook. Yeah, you are right. And is it still a delay if you refresh the stream? Cause or is it like slowly building up a delay? But that attack looked so promising. But what happened now? Oh. I'm gonna start a new game real soon. But yeah, tell me if there's more problems with the broadcast. And the delay is of course unfortunate, but as long as well, it is when I play you, for instance. But if you are just watching, it doesn't really, you can't really see it, unless I might be responding slow to the chat messages, of course. Do you want a rematch, Nicola, or should I just play someone random? And also, if anyone else watching wants to play, just tell me. Okay, quality as well, that's good at least. But the delay is still big, probably. You don't really know how big the delay is at the moment, I guess. But if I've just write a message in the chat, I'm doing that now. So then you can see how far from I've typed it until you hear me say this. And as I said yesterday, that emote is it wasn't intended to have a white background. It was transparent when I made the file, but somewhere along the way that vanished, the transparency. But I'll try to fix that soon. But alright, I'll do another game for now. I can check if it is any tournaments. Okay, there are actually some. There is a 10-minute Swiss in 960, 5 rounds, starting in 17 minutes. Maybe we could join that one, but that's not yet, at least. And so for now, I think I'll just play another game. It's all good. Does that mean the delay is gone as well? But I don't think all is good, because there are some issues here. But I don't think I'll be able to fix that today, at least not during the stream. So as long as it works decently, I will just keep going. If it becomes too bad, I could of course try to end the stream and like start over. But I won't do that unless it's decent. No more games for me. That's fine, of course. So I think I'll do a 3+2 game if I can find an opponent. But if anyone else wants to play, just tell me. Or send me an invitation on chess.com. My username there is the same as here on Twitch. And if you want to watch some of my previous streams, you could do that on YouTube, where I upload all the streams. Same username there as well. I'm also making highlight streams from each month, and I'm just about finished with the one for May. I haven't uploaded it yet, but it's probably gonna get there in a day or two. And if you want like reminders of when I'm going to stream and that sort of stuff, you could follow me on Twitter. And surprisingly enough, I have the same username there as well, Mr. Kingsack. I'm gonna search for some more time controls, as I can't really find an opponent here very soon. I'll give this a try for a minute or so, and if not, I can just go for a 3-minute game where I'm pretty sure I will find an opponent soon enough. There we go. This is a 5+5 game. Alright. And what's going on? I think all the pawns are protected. Let's try to... Yeah, maybe I want to open up like this. Really make this bishop's point toward that king. Also want to open up or take some central control. I'm not sure if I want to go there, blocking this bishop. I could maybe try advancing it one more square afterwards. But yeah, that might be an option. I think I'll do that now. And I want to get the knights out somehow. Maybe just put a knight here first. Now it's a bit funny if I castle, let's see, kingside, because then this king will go all the way over here, and this rook all the way over here. So that's a very long castle. What was the point of that move? Maybe not too much, but I don't want to do that. Let's just try to create some danger against this king. Always nice to do those moves when you have the rook behind there. I feel like maybe more visually than actually good, but it feels natural at least. I think I can try to get this one out now. I could consider to go here next move, but it might be hard to keep it there permanently. That really weakens the light squares in front of the king. So I kind of want to push here at some point, but right now I just drop a pawn if I do so. So I could try to do this first. This is a bit scary that too, because this is not protected by anything, but maybe I can just push a pawn next move. That's certainly an option at least. Can I just keep pushing now? Let me try it, but it might be possible to move past. No, wait, then I can just... No, I can't take. Never mind. What's the idea about that move? Can't really see it. Should I just take here? Or should I push past? Let me take. Probably take with... Okay, I'm not really sure. Maybe this one. To open up down here and also... Well, I'm not sure if I want to trade off there. Oh, that's bad. Just blundered a piece. And the thing is, I kind of remember that, or I thought about it earlier. I think I even mentioned it, but forgot it again. But it might, I'm not really sure how bad it is. It's probably quite bad, but... Yeah, no, I can't really get to do anything with what I have here against the king. But that king might at least be a bit weak. Maybe I can... Yeah, let me just play a bit quick and... We'll see if I can turn this around somehow, but it doesn't look promising. But if this guy could just move away, then I would have real pressure. For now, I can take here immediately, but I have a lot of pressure down here at least with this one too. What's going on? Oh wait, wrong bishop. That's why it didn't make an arrow. Alright, what's that about? Maybe I can try to chase this guy away at least. I really want to get rid of this one. Let me do this first. Then we'll see. So what if I take it? Then pawn takes probably. I don't think this will take because that allows that move, which looks very scary. Then it must go here, and I think I have at least a perpet then. So probably something else. And that something else must be this move. And I could take here, but then just another rook joins in, so yeah, let me maybe do this anyway, so I can do something like this maybe and chase it away. Maybe that's a good approach, thinking about it. But if I just do that next move, it might be possible to take here, but then I guess I just take back. Yeah, but then in the end, I mean, yeah, if I do this, so I push, takes, then I must take, and then this is possible. I move back, but if takes, then I have this perpet again. Okay, so I guess it's alright. I think I have a perpet if he follows the line where he wins an exchange. And now too, isn't this just a perpet? I check here, he must go here, I check here. Oh, I missed he had this square for some reason. Wait, I missed a lot here, because the queen is protecting here. So maybe it's worse than I thought, but could still be some good stuff going on. I need to start with this move, that's for sure. But it was kind of unfortunate that I missed that queen in particular. Let's see if it's any other good moves here. I mean, I could at least maybe get rid of the drop of an exchange by doing this first. Now I could move this one if I want to. What about going up here actually? Trying to chase that queen away. But the thing is, now that the rook has moved, I think I should have done this last move. But then maybe this would have been a strong move. Yeah, that would have been a very strong move. But now it's not a perpet, because if I go back, he can go up here. And then I'm not really sure if I have any good continuations. So I think it's very close to a perpet. Oh wait, but this move could still have been very powerful now actually. Wait, wasn't that just shit? No, I could have taken here, so never mind. But still good, maybe. But I missed so much, because now I thought I could go here, but that's not possible because of this guy, of course. So this is... Yeah, I missed that earlier as well. Not good at all. I'm probably losing this game. I think that must be the conclusion after everything. But we'll see. Things could turn around. This king isn't too safe. And it doesn't seem too easy to just immediately make it safe either. But I don't think... I mean, I threatened this now, but just go back here. How much I'm not down that much material at the moment, but of course it's possible to win the rook, and after that this will be hanging, after that this will be hanging, so really not ideal. Wait, you have this move as well. That's a very good move, I think, because then takes, but then the other one comes in and that's gonna win the queen. So if he sees that, that's pretty much the game right there. Oh, I missed the bishop. I missed so much in this game. It's crazy. So that wasn't valid anyway. How do I try to finish him off now? So little time. So he goes here, and I don't have any follow-up checks, I think. Nope. Nothing at all. Can he checkmate me though? Probably. Now we can at least force off the queens, and that's gonna be all that's required to make sure this game goes the right way. So let's just resign this one. That did not go very well. So let's just try another one. Or wait, maybe that Swiss tournament I was talking about is beginning soon. Actually, if anyone wants to play me, we could do that instead. So just tell me if so. And of course I could just leave the tournament midway through it, so that's fine as well, if anyone wants to play at some later point. So it started in 2 minutes, so let's at least join it, so at least find some opponents. Let me just switch the view so that you can see the standings as well. 5 rounds of 10 plus 0, 960 chess. So that's gonna last for a while. It's probably gonna last the rest of the stream if we stick with the tournament all the way through. But I'm rated as number 11 right now. How many? 39 players in total. That means I should probably get a pretty weak, at least to some degree, opponent in the first round. Maybe someone rated around 30, so like 1000 rating, somewhere about that. If you do like the normal thing where number 1 meets the first one beneath the halfway down the table, and then number 2 meets number 2 below halfway down, and so on. 1 minute left, so let's hope to get a win here in the first round at least. It should be very hard to win it with one guy rated higher than 2000. Probably not gonna happen. There we go. Yes, and we get a 1059 opponent. So what's going on? Is any of the pawns hanging here? This pawn is hanging, and that is very easy to attack. So maybe we should start off by going after that one. I think that's a decent starting move. He could maybe do the same though. He goes for the same thing. But those kind of things tend to never be worse for the one starting it. Sometimes they are just equal, but if I just take... The danger is that we might just both trade off a lot of pieces and then we'll... I mean, I'm not happy with a draw here, obviously. So now I think he needs to actually maybe take. Because if he just copies my move, then I get this with a check. So I'm gonna win a pawn that way. But he found the move. And now I can't really protect this. So it seems it's just gonna be a lot of trades here in the start. I'll play you, or we could do the same tournament. Yeah, that's really up to you. I don't need to stick around this tournament if you want to play. But you could also join the tournament, of course. It's the one called 10-0 Live 960 Swiss. But I mean, I kind of have a free move here, where I can do whatever I want to. So what do I want to do with that move? Maybe I just want to open up for my bishop. But if he takes, I take, and he opens up, then we have just a very, or completely symmetrical position. I'm the worst 1960 player alive. I'll skip this one. Okay, that's fine. But maybe we could play later today if you want to. Still gonna stream for more than an hour, so we could do that later, probably. Unless this tournament goes really well, then I guess I'll stick to it until it's over. He doesn't take, but he doesn't really need to. So maybe I kind of want to play this move as well, because that's gonna force him to do something here. Alright, so has simplified a bit, which might be the advantage of the weaker player, but on the other hand, chaos might be like the hope of the weaker player. Maybe I can go here. Chaos is what might make it more random what happens, and as the higher rated player, you don't want randomness, you just want the best player to win. So it could go both ways. Okay, now it's pressure against taking here. I could actually just push past it, or I could push here. If I push past, then maybe this comes. Yeah, maybe I should do this. Though, the thing is, I'm not really happy about these pawns. This king doesn't seem too safe. But I don't have anywhere good to put the king either. At least some pieces have been traded off, so less pieces, less chances of a mating attack. And this one is neither protected now, so just need to be watching out for threats against that piece. Should I just take? I think I can, so if you take here, I think I'm fine by just taking, getting that king more out in the open, and if you take with the b pawn, I think that's fine too. Let me just go bishop here, maybe try to get a bishop into the game somehow. Guess that's not a big threat. You could, for instance, just go here. Do that immediately, it's also about choice, but now I could pin it at least. But that piece doesn't really go anywhere from here, at least not at the moment. Maybe I can try to bring this one out. I'd love to practice 960, but first want to do my cardio and breakfast. Yeah, that's fine. But I mean, 960 isn't that different, I would say. It is the opening, of course, which is different. But when you reach a middle game like now, okay, it's not the most common middle game in a normal game, but it's not extremely odd either. Sometimes they are though, and the end games are equal to most degree. What might be different is like the distribution of how often you get the different kind of end games. Maybe, for instance, get more night endgames in a lot of 960 variations than what you do in normal chess. That was just a random idea. I have no idea if that's true. Do I want to move this knight somewhere up the board? Maybe I should try to get the queen out as well. But if so, where? Here, maybe? Yeah, let me try that. My opponent offered me a draw, but as I am rated so much higher, I'm not gonna accept that. And also, why should we draw this one? So much play left. I'm not thinking I have a much better position, but no reason to don't try anymore yet. But he just keeps offering me a draw. Maybe I should decline it. Maybe he stops. 2 draw offers in 2 moves in a row. That's kind of on the edge to being rude. But I'm gonna say it's fine for this time. Should I be worried about my king though? Let me try to go here, and now I actually have a threat. I threaten to go here, win that pawn. It's not possible to recapture because of the queen. And I also threaten to take here, so that's a double threat, and double threats aren't always easy to deal with. Even better is if this guy moves, because then, again, not if it moves here, for instance, but say it just moves back, then I could win the queen. But that probably makes more sense. Yeah, that just stops those. Oh, I need to be careful. Did I just forget about this guy? Wait, was my queen hanging here? Wow. That's very bad. And that has happened for 2 moves already. How can I not have seen that? And how can he not have punished me for that? Oh, Hurricane Players, don't show draw offers for this game. I'm gonna do that. That was a nice feature. But yeah, that was scary. Still, this pawn can drop though, but that's at least just a pawn, not the queen. I mean, that was so basic. I don't understand how I could have forgotten that. But now he finally did it, so I was lucky he didn't do that before now. Where should I move the king? Maybe just go up here. I could go over here, but it could get in some danger. I think this is a decent move. Now I'm down a pawn, so maybe I should objectively have accepted the draw. But the thing is, I feel like I should have good chances to make a comeback. But I'm not really sure what my plan should be for the next few moves. Maybe try to improve this one. Bring it around somewhere. Queen could get more into the position. Threaten this pawn, but He kind of abandons everything else just to chase that pawn. What's the point of that move? Probably get out of these things, but I don't think it was strictly necessary. Let me try to go here now and threaten winning the queen by going here with the support of the bishop. How do you actually deal with that? Okay, yeah, I was about to say that move, because except for that, you didn't really have much, so even if you move the queen up, you can still do this, and the only way to stop the checkmate is to move the queen back. So I think that was maybe the only move. How can we keep the pressure now? Maybe do something about this knight, bring it around somewhere. Maybe I can actually just go here if I want to. Because if you take, then I take here and I have these same threats again. But I'm not sure that move does a lot. Except for that. This is a cool move though. But what if it take here? Then I take and then then I still have this in the end. Let's try it. At least it's a bit fun. I'm not entirely sure it works out. We'll see. I've forgotten a bit about the time though, because there's no increment. I still have enough time, but I can't keep going this very slow pace. My opponent doesn't have that much more time than me though, but he has a bit. At least I didn't get an easy first round. Alright, that might be a scary counter threat. Because I kind of wanted to go here now and threaten this, but that's not possible. Maybe I can just take here. Yeah, I think I'll do that. But now I don't threaten this anymore, so next move I need to move the knight. Probably. Maybe I didn't strictly need to, as if takes I can take this one. But then moves like this could have been good to win a pawn with an intermediate move. Maybe. So I think well, I'm still down at pawn, but I do have some threats. I threatened to go here, and that could have been a bit nasty. Oh, is this a very good move now? Takes, takes, and then this. King back, takes, takes. I'm gonna end up an exchange over. So I could consider that. So, unless I have something even better. But I'm really not sure what that should be. Let me just double check it once more. Takes, king must take. Then you fork, king goes back, takes, takes, and I'm up in exchange for a pawn. I think that's a decent way to go. I mean, you could of course go here, but that's just a free rook. Okay, now I need to win it. Without too much time on the clock. Nice tactic though. For sure. Now it's the main thing is to not fork, make my pieces be forked. But that shouldn't be too hard to avoid. I just should be a bit careful every time he moves the knight. But as long as the pieces are this far from each other, there's really no danger. At least. But the clock isn't too comfortable. It's It's not like I don't have time to physically make the moves, but let's create a pass pawn. And I can guard that pass pawn, that should be it. Probably. I think he should just have taken there. Why did he make that move? I don't really understand it. I guess maybe he just thought I would take, so he just moved back. So he will kind of get back in time, but I'll go here, and now he needs to block. Then I guess I go here. So maybe I could have done that last move already, actually. Thinking about it. But now at least go down here. And best thing he can hope for is to just give up that knight for the new queen. But then I'll just be up a rook, so that's all fine. And still with more than a minute to go, this shouldn't be very hard to win at all. Let's just, no need to really rush it. Just play some safe moves and make sure nothing goes bad. So it's hard to imagine anything goes wrong here. Double threat. So this pawn becomes a bit scary, but I can just give up the rook for it. That's the good thing about having other advanced pawns like this one. So that won't help. And now it's a checkmate really soon. Unless he resigns, which he probably should by now. Checkmate in 2 moves. Checkmate in 1 move. Checkmate. Good. I guess this game lasted for so long that the tournament might not have too many games left. Okay, no, there the next game goes already. But how is the standings? I guess it's just a lot of guys on 1 point. Yeah, 41 players now, so not too many draws. No draws, it seems like. Alright, but I should focus on this next position. Here I think every pawn is being protected. Yeah, they are. This isn't too far. Okay, it is a bit different from a normal chess game. Let me try to open up here for these 2 pieces first. And then we'll see. I don't feel like I need to castle here. The king seems decently fine where it is on the g1 square. I should probably get the bishops out somehow. Maybe I just want to go this one, get this one out there, Fianchetto style. And then this one, I mean, I can't really expect it to get it out here now, so probably push here at some point. Either once or twice. Maybe now already, actually. That way I mean, he's probably gonna go there now. I could maybe go here and try to challenge that, if I want to. I think I want to. So I'm very happy if he just takes and I can take back. I don't expect that to happen. Maybe he will block it. Yeah, he does. This is a pretty strong opponent, by the way. I need to play much better than last move. Not in last game, where I actually plundered my queen at some point, but I was lucky to get away with that one. But yeah, this one, I need to play better. But it's of course possible. What should I try to achieve in the next couple of moves? At some point I might castle if I just want to teleport this rook over here. That's kind of gonna be the effect of a kingside castle. But I don't really see the point of doing that yet. So let's just keep it so he can't really be sure what to do. I could also consider to start pushing here at some point. But I think I'll wait with that as well. The thing is, I kind of wanted to have this one here, so that's the downside to having done this. But I could maybe just play it out here. Let me just do that now. And it has some good squares here. That looks like a good next move if it doesn't stop it. I don't think it threatens anything immediately, but threats about going here, for instance, are good. He stops it though. So should I do something like the same? Maybe also go here, add some pressure here. I think I'll just do that for now. Add pressure here, not too hard to deal with. Maybe move here so we can get this bishop out, because that bishop is a bit stuck. There it goes, but that's it. I mean, it already was a kind of weak square. This. I could put a piece there now if I want to, and end up maybe with a bishop there. The bishop is fine here too, though. What about this guy? Should I try to maneuver that around somewhere? Or just wait a bit? Both options seem valid. Let's go for the maneuver thing, in the lack of anything concrete. That's better. But where should it go from here on? We could go up here or here. But if we go up here, then it... Well, we do put pressure here. But if he deals with that, maybe moves the knight so the queen protects. I'm not sure how much it is. If we go here, then we could maybe continue up here, but not sure how much that will do. I think this is decent. The only thing is it blocks the bishop a bit, but I mean it doesn't have to stay permanently here. And of course here as well, it could go up here if you want to. That's so much nicer than by blocking a bishop by a knight than with a pawn. That's the knight. It's usually much easier for it to keep moving. And it could even move backwards, which the pawn cannot. Yeah, so he deals with the threat. That was the move I kind of expected. Now I can go up here and though, and not being captured. So that's one idea. I'll just do it. I don't want to get too low on time either. Right now I'm 1 minute behind approximately, but we still have plenty of time, so I don't know. But this game, no pieces have been captured yet, so it could be a long game. But we are in a really maneuvering phase right now. I'm not even sure there will be any captures or trades very soon either. It could be, but it doesn't strictly need to. He can't capture anything right now. At least not without sacrificing. I don't think he can capture anything now. Even like if he wanted to give up the queen for the pawn. I might be missing something, but I don't think he has any way to capture a piece. Nope. They don't see it. That's a bit cool. That doesn't happen often. I have a couple. Like take here, take here, take here. But that's also very few. I think if you look at the average chess position, you have very many captures possible. Of course, it might be a lot of giving up a queen for a pawn sort of stuff, but they still exist. Now I can go here if I want to. And that forces this trade, because if not, I win this bishop. And then I get another one in. Wow, does that... No, wait. Never mind. He protected it. Wow, so he probably saw that and had to do that maybe to save the bishop. Okay, he could probably have moved the bishop. That was interesting. But still, doesn't this look good to get rid of that guy? But yeah, let's go with this one first, I think. But he didn't really have to take then. Thinking about it, as I couldn't take here. I can't take here now, but I think this knight is better if I just move it back. Now I want to try to use my queen and the dark square bishop to really challenge the dark squares around the king. To do that, I think I need to move this one so I can really exploit this diagonal. So he kind of wants to do something like I do by using this square. I could take, but then a new guy comes in, so... I think I just want to keep this one to use against the king, maybe. But this is a threat, isn't it? Taking here. Is that the only threat? Because if so, I have control, and I think that's the only threat, so maybe I can just move the rook over here. And that also opens up for me being able to use these pieces here. A good thing there. I could also consider next move already, I think, to push here. Chase this one away. Maybe I'll actually... Well, that blocks this again. Okay, so we want to challenge this guy. I could take, or I could wait and recapture myself. Or I could move it away, but I don't think I have any very good squares to go to. Let me just move queen to the side. I need to be careful now, because if this guy moves, then it's suddenly another queen fork, which I was lucky to escape last game. Still about a minute down on the time, so it doesn't get worse, but it doesn't get better either. So I really need to... At some point I need to gain that time back. At least if it's going to go down to the last seconds. Could of course be decided before that point. Right now I think the position is maybe slightly better for me, but not much. Yeah, now he manages to trade off these bishops. I think I should just take, maybe. Maybe I shouldn't. Because now the queen gets an open line. Yeah, I'm just gonna take her now. I don't think I can get to use this attack. And at least that knight could have been a challenging piece to cope with. Get the queen a bit more active, giving it some options to go out, also letting the rooks come over to help out on the queen side if that's needed. I might consider castling soon, but I might also just go h4. That's kind of what I'm thinking about at the moment. I think... Well, this is the more aggressive move. He could... Yeah, he goes h5. Then I think I just go h4 to kind of neutralize that. Now I might still consider to castle kingside. I can't castle queenside even if I wanted to, because I moved the rook. And he has moved his king, so he can't castle at all. I think I'll actually do this just to stop these things. Now this pawn could get weak, but I should be able to protect one pawn. Let's bring the queen up. Try to annoy a bit, if not anything more. I want to trade off the queens. I think I'll do that. Yeah, why not? But this pawn could become a weakness. Maybe I can just go up with it though. I think I'll do that. This could be a moment to offer a draw. I'm happy with a draw. My opponent might not be, but I want to like push here. I don't think I want to do that. So do I want to improve my position at all, or am I kind of happy with what I've achieved? I think I'm just gonna bring the rooks over here and try to defend it, kind of passive. At least for the moment. Of course, if he starts pushing the pawns, then at some point I might need to do something more aggressive. I mean, I can offer him a draw. As long as I don't spam him with draw offers like the last guy did with me. Should I take? Let me just go up here. So if he takes and I take, and then I can come over here and challenge his control in the F file next move. So he wants to double in the F file first. Maybe I can just go here, actually. Kind of block it off. Now maybe just move back. He really wants to open up the position here. He is not happy with a draw at all, it seems like. And he might certainly be able to win it, but I don't think it is one at the moment. So if so, he needs to force me to do a blunder or make me flag. So I should probably play a bit quicker. Now he has some threat, doesn't he? Maybe I didn't play this too precise. Let me just take, but then maybe I should have paid a bit more attention there. So what if I just take? Then I think I might be losing. Unless I can get in that. Wait. What's going on here? Maybe it's not. Let me just gamble here. I need to create a pass pawn here before he can block it off. If it becomes a pawn endgame, that is. Okay, but he didn't take. That's a bit surprising. So maybe he was scared of the pawn endgame as well. Now I'm seriously low on time. That's not too good. Oh, now I allowed him to go here. That wasn't good. Kind of forgot that for a moment. Wait, I can go here though and guard both pawns. That's something, but still the time is probably gonna make me flag. I'm more passive now as well. But I have no idea what's the correct evaluation of this position. If it's still a draw or what. Now I'm up a pawn though. He's trying to checkmate me, but I don't think he's able to. I'm just gonna offer him another draw, because now I'm up a pawn, but I'm down on time. So maybe he can settle with that, but he doesn't. Maybe I just should have walked up again, actually. But he is over pushing, I think. And he is also using a lot of time now, so I still have less time, but everything is pointing in the right direction at least. If I can just go up here now. I am holding everything. Maybe he wants to go here, but I don't think he's gonna win that either. Because then I just push here and create a passed pawn. Even if he takes. Maybe he can try to go back now though. Then I win some pawns over here at least. I have no idea. I'm still up a pawn though. Now I have another passed pawn. Maybe I could have taken here now. No, then he could have gone here and won this pawn. I don't want to allow that. I think I'm winning now, but I'm still down on time a little bit. But yeah, he can't really stop this pawn without giving it up. Maybe he wants to go here, then I take and he takes, but... So now I have a new queen. And it's gonna be all about the time. But yeah, now I win the rook as well. So this should be an easy mate. Even though I don't have much time, it's gonna be mate next move probably. Yeah. Whew, that was an interesting game. But probably that might also be one of the last games of the round, as it lasted for a long time. Let's see. How many have 2 out of 2? Only 7 players. And 1 game still going on. So at max it will be 8 players. So a good start. For sure. 2 out of 2. And it is only 5 rounds actually. But if anyone wants to play, I'll do that instead. Because I'm not sure I'm gonna finish the tournament anyway. Maybe except if I'm leading. Because it will last a bit longer than what I had planned to stream to. Okay, this position is... and this pawn is not protected, I think. But it's not gonna be too easy to attack it. How do I want to open up here? He has gone up here, so... Do I want to just copy his move? I'll just do that. This guy is decently rated, so... I think he was higher rated than what I was last game, but I earned so much rating on that win, so... Okay, so this also protects this move. That's also a good purpose of that move, I guess. Just gonna do the same. Made sense what he did there. Alright, so he wants to challenge that pawn. I think I'll just take it. Maybe get out another knight. Now I could castle if I want to at some point, and the king will end up here and the rook here, as that's a queenside castle, even though it really looks more like a kingside castle if it was normal chess. Can't I just take this one now? Is it any tricks? I think I can. It is a bit scary, but I think it's alright. I think the coolest 960 position must be the normal position, but kind of mirrored. So the king and the queen is just opposite. And the reason is that it becomes almost like normal chess, but you need to think like mirrored. And also there is one difference, and that's the castling, because the castling will be different, one square to the side. So it doesn't necessarily mean that all the normal theory applies. Should I just bring up another piece, add pressure here? I think I can do that. So I threaten here, and if that piece moves, I can trade off the queens. Let's just do that. Even though maybe I shouldn't have allowed this, I'm not sure. Maybe put this one here. This position I feel is a bit, it's not really chaotic, but it is a bit hard to really keep focus on where the pieces are threatening. Like this knight and this knight just on the middle of the board. They don't feel too natural. So I could have done that last move to give this check if I want to, but I'm not really sure it's good, especially now. Maybe the knight will be trapped afterwards. I think I'll just do this trade. I'm up a pawn, so I'm happy with some trades. I could also consider to trade here, of course, but that I'm not too sure about. Actually, let's do it. I mean, it is a central knight, so then I think I'll just go up here. Open up for this guy. We had some pressure here, but I don't think that's too much to worry about. Let me just castle. I think that's alright. What should I do with this bishop? I feel like maybe I should just play it out. Maybe here or here. I think I'll just go here for now. Because now I can challenge him in the G file. That seems good. Okay, so he moves up, avoids this huge skewer blunder right there. Maybe I can try to bring my knight in more central. I think that's alright. I double my pawns, but they aren't getting weak, so that's fine. If I want to, I could maybe push here at some point, though not directly. So it doesn't take. Probably makes sense. Could also go here, but then if it takes both, I get a triple pawn, so that's probably not worth it. I mean, I'm only up one pawn, and if I then get a triple pawn, that might be the whole compensation, really, or the whole advantage going away. Now I think I might want to go back, because now I have some new squares now that that pawn was pushed, and I also had some pressure here, so we can't leave it with the rook. Now I can take here. Unless there's some tricks, I can't really see them. And that's a full piece. What's going on? I think it's just some blunders. Yeah, that's the resignation. The bad thing about this game lasting so short is that we might have to wait a long time before the next game will start. So maybe we can play a short game in the meantime. Maybe any one of you watching want to play. But I could also, of course, just find a random opponent or something. I think I'll get notified when the next game starts. But at least for the moment, I am in the lead with 3 points out of 3. One other guy also had that. But there are, of course, many players still in their games. We could also look at some other game. Maybe try to make some comments. We could try that for once. Haven't done too much of that. This is kind of top board. Both guys with 2 points. And 2 Germans here fighting off. 1600 versus 1800. So what's going on? The black guy has an exchange. Won an exchange. That black's king doesn't seem that comfortable with his bishop, but if he wants to, he could bring the bishop out and trade him off. So he probably moved back here to avoid that trade. I feel like this position doesn't seem too weird to be a normal. This could have arisen from the normals position. So have you ever played a 960 game on chess.com or somewhere else and actually have gotten that normal chess position? I guess that could happen unless they kind of remove it. I don't think that has ever happened to me, but I haven't played that much 960. So at some point it will happen, if they don't exclude that. So it's actually more like chess 959. Couldn't challenge. Maybe it's because I'm in the tournament next time. Yeah, but if you want to, I think I could maybe do it by... I could maybe try to challenge you, so just tell me if you want to. It's probably gonna be about 10 minutes until the next game, because it's likely that one of these games will last almost the whole time. So we could do a like 3+0. And even if the next tournament game starts, I mean, I have 10 minutes, so if I'm 1 or 2 minutes late, that's fine too. So just tell me if you want to, and that's all fine. Position 1. Is that the normal one? I thought actually the normal position wasn't position 1. No, I don't think it's 1. It could be. I'm not really sure how they are numerated. Any format, any time control. Okay, I'll try to invite you. But do you want to play on that user we played earlier or the other one? Because I have the other one as a friend. Yeah, there. Okay. So how do I add a friend? I'm not really sure. Okay, I guess I can just search here. Okay, maybe I can only search friends. I'm not sure. Elaborate. Yeah, I think it worked. So let's say 960 and then we just do a 3-minute game. We can do unrated. I don't really care. But I think we did. You cannot start new games while playing in a tournament. Okay, then unfortunately we won't be able to. If you really want to, I can leave the tournament. But it is quite a shame when I'm leading. But no, I'm not really sure if I want to finish the tournament. I mean, I guess if I win next game, I'll play the last one as well. Even though it will be lasting a bit longer than what I was planning to stream. But it's only 10 minutes or so, so it doesn't really matter. Wants to be friends, that I can accept at least, even though I unfortunately can't play a chess game. We could play blindfolded here in the chat though. If you want to, while we wait. That's a cool experiment actually. So let me just try this. I'm just gonna write 1 e4. And if anyone else watching wants to join in, you could like cooperate, right? So first to write or respond. No, don't leave the tourney. No, I won't. It seems like the delay is a bit long again. But yeah, I'll try to fix that to next stream. I kind of forgot that I was planning on commenting on this move, not this game. That must be like the third time I've said move instead of game today. So what's going on now? Lusker. I don't think it's the original Lusker, but he is up quite a bit of material now and exchange as well as a couple of pawns. But his king doesn't seem too safe, but it might not be too easy to attack either, especially with his bishop controlling this diagonal. That seems a bit key. The white king isn't too safe either, but as long as these pieces just stand passive, that's not gonna be too easy to attack. Time situation is all equal, so what was the point of that move? I don't think that really helped. Well, maybe you could create some nasty stuff. Okay, just give up the exchange, probably a good practical decision. Not sure which pawn I would take with her, probably this one. But Famous or something like that doesn't agree with me. It wasn't much response on that move I wrote in the chat. That's fine, of course. Yeah, you of course want to deliver a checkmate here, but as long as the queen is there, it's not really achievable. And now the bishop blocks for the queen as well. Wait, what if we go here now? Instead of that last move. Then I think the best thing I can do is just give up the bishop. And then you can block with the queen. That would have been a full piece, and that's the material equal to what Famous is behind at the moment. But instead they just dropped the piece. Unless I missed something, that was a very good move. Just winning a piece. He did it now, but now it's a bit... Oh well, it still applies actually, but now we dropped the piece first. But wait, is this a perpet? If we go here? No, then we can go here. But... Wait, go here! Go here! Is white winning this? You must go here, and then you take... Oh, white is winning, this is insane. What a comeback. Maybe this sacrifice was genius, but I don't think you had to do it though. And now white is the one winning, and that might be my opponent next round. It's, I mean, there is one other guy at 3 points, and that's a 2000 guy, so let's hope we don't face him. Okay, it's funny, but it's probably gonna be a loss. What happened with the rook now? Did the rook go as... Oh wait, there never was a rook. No, never mind. I thought you had a rook in for the queen, but you don't. That was cool. What a comeback. There is one other game still going on. Let's have a look at that one. Here white is down on the clock. But he is up a pawn in a rook endgame. I think, well, if you ignore the time, I guess a draw could be likely, but white certainly has some chances. Will black take here now? How will that be? I think it's a bit scary as white already have a passed pawn. Even though we could easily create our own passed pawn. I wouldn't take. That's probably a much safer take. Capture. That's interesting, you can't take. So now just drop back. I guess white just needs to try to sprint with his pawn. But he doesn't have a lot of time. I'm really not sure about this position. Maybe slightly better for white because he have 2 pawns. Now this move comes. Then you maybe, okay, you just abandon this pawn. I'm not sure if I like that. I thought you needed to keep both those pawns. Because now you put, okay, oh yeah, okay, I'm not sure. You can't give up either pawn, because if that rook could kind of get rid of itself for both the pawns, then that would have been fine for black. Now you sacrifice. You could move away, but then queen sacrifice next move. I don't really think it's a lot of... Oh, maybe that's a creative way. But now white is so close to getting 2 queens instead of 1, so I'm not really sure if it was worth it. No, I don't think that was the way to go. I'm not sure if it was savable anyhow. These guys only have 1 out of 2 points so far though, so they aren't really challengers to get up in the lead at least. That must be... What happened there? This was a huge mistake. Okay, I mean it was probably lost, but you shouldn't have given up your queen there. That was kind of only hope to get up her pet somehow. And we also see that Famous have actually won that game, but it was up a queen, so no surprise there. It is a bit cool to just comment on games too. Maybe I'll try to do a commentary stream once. But yeah, I don't feel like it's any point that I comment on like top level games, because I am so far beyond their understanding anyhow. But maybe just yeah, comment on some random chess.com games. Or we could try to have a viewer tournament once, but I need some more viewers before that. But I have created this club on chess.com, which you can join, where we can have viewer tournaments later. I'm gonna post a link in the chat. You can join it there. Alright, so I guess the next round will start real soon, and it is only 3 guys on 3 points, but it's 2 on 2.5. I face one of the 2.5 guys. Alright, any pawns not protected? This is not protected. And that's it. I think at most 2 pawns can be not protected. I think I kind of figured that out once, but I don't really remember the whole what's the word? Thought process of getting there is one way of putting it. So I could maybe just open up here and add pressure here immediately. It resembles a bit the position I got in the first game. I mean, the starting position. I hope I don't get the same position, because there I was blundering a queen, which my opponent didn't took. My opponent might not be present, or he's just thinking. I mean, I spent more than 30 seconds on my first move, so might be that he does too. I would say that's an advantage for black in 960, that you get some more time to look at the position, so you can make the first couple of moves faster. I still prefer white though. Maybe he has left. I'm not sure. He spent almost a minute now. And if so, I'm up at 4 out of 4. But I was about to say I shouldn't expect that to happen yet. Just be mentally ready for the game, and he just made his opening move, blocking this. Maybe just move out the knight. So he wants to do the same. I think I maybe want to block with a knight instead. What do I want to do with this bishop? Which way do I want to get it out? Maybe up here, so I don't block this bishop in. He spends a lot of time in the opening. I'm generally the one being low on time, but maybe this will change in this game. Alright, I don't really see the purpose of that. Now he has kind of just blocked both the bishops. I'll just go bishop here for now. What do I want to do with the queen though? That's also an interesting question. And the king for that matter. Do I want to castle somewhere? I mean, castling queenside would actually just move my rook, so it doesn't matter that much for the king. He tries to take some central control. I might want to challenge him on that, but that will block my bishops to some degree. Just do this quickly and at least make sure this pawn doesn't drop. But I feel like I haven't been achieving so much so far in the game. What do I want to do with my pieces? Maybe especially the queen. I'm really not sure. Right, let me just do something. I'll go here for now. And that really blocks this guy in. But except for that, I feel like it's alright. It creates a hole here, but I could maybe just take it. This knight of his doesn't really do much. Really blocked in at the moment. He goes here instead. Does it threaten anything? I don't really think so. Maybe I can try to go here. Or maybe even better with this guy. I control this square with the bishop. If not, that would have been a very annoying move, allowing him to get his knight in there. Should I just take it? It really opens up for the queen though. That's the problem. I could maybe just push here and force him to go back if I want to. Or trade off if he wants to do that. Could I just keep going now with this move? I'll try to play a bit aggressive. Alright. Should I take now? He gets a pawn in here. Could be annoying. I just do it. Putting some pressure, so he's probably gonna play that move. And how do I follow it up now? Maybe I should try to just block it off a bit. It would be really scary. He actually threatened to push and at the same time threaten here. That would have been a big threat. But I got away. I can take, but I'm not sure if I want to. I'm not so optimistic about my position here. I just take. I'm not sure if it's any good, but and maybe now castle, just so all these issues go away, and add some support to this guy as well. But yeah, I'm still not too happy with my position. What is this guy doing? It can't really go anywhere. Maybe I can try to push here and then go here, but that's gonna weaken this square, so. And also, yeah, this is a hopeless piece, this is a hopeless piece. It's a pretty sad position, to be honest. I think I need to expand on the king side. Maybe I can try it now, because now we blocked this thing. So now I could maybe go h4. Let me try that. It must feel a bit scary for him at least. So he tries to attack on the other side of the board. Should I care about that? Let me just keep my attack going. I'm not really sure if it was best. Okay, I think I pushed the best pawn, yeah. I guess I have to take with this one. Taking with the d pawn and allowing this pawn to push and also threaten things like this then would have been a bit scary. And maybe a bit more than a bit as well. Should I just take? How do I keep the attack going now? Can I push? Take. I mean, if it. Yes, I think I can, because I have this thing. Even though I drop a pawn here, he can't really do that. Maybe he wants to go past and try to block it. Yeah, he does. But his king can't be too safe now. I just go here. Maybe it can provide some defensive support and also maybe try. Yeah, that's not really a big threat, but also open up for the queen. That might be the main reason. Tries to go here, but maybe that's fine. I can't spend too much time here either, unfortunately. I felt like my attack stopped a bit. But I'm not sure. He has kind of stopped a bit too with his pawn pushes. So I want to go here, but what if it takes and I have to take here? That doesn't look too promising. Maybe I need to do something like this first. To be able to recapture with something other than the pawn. And if so, do I have time for that? He thinks at least. First long thinking break from him in a while. And that's good, because I am down by 2 minutes now. I hoped in this game I would be the one up on time, but it didn't really happen. Has anyone else in the tournament won yet? No, not of the... Still 3 guys with 3 out of 3 points. So I guess the other 2 guys are facing off now. But one of them is a 2000 guy, so if I win this game and he will probably win, then I will meet him in the last round. So that's gonna be a brutal end. But first I need to win this game, and that's not especially likely. Oh, this is problematic, because if I move it, this is an issue. So I guess I need to move up here. So good thing is, if it takes here, I can take with that rook. But maybe it has something better. He could move back if he's happy with a draw, or over there. What if I just go here now? I can't hesitate, at least. I don't have time for that. But, yeah, now what? What can I do? Do I have any threats? What if I just bring the queen over here? Do I now threaten to take here? Queen takes. But he can move it, actually. I thought I must have something down here, but I don't. Now I stop that threat. Unfortunately. Maybe I can try this. I'm not sure if it's much, but yeah, but now I just kind of encouraged his queen to get into a more attacking square. Let me try to go here. So if it takes, I can... Oh, I blundered. I thought I could take here. I just forgot about the bishop. That's not good. But he didn't do anything about it. Well, he threatens checkmate, so that you could qualify as doing something about it. Now I guess a4 is coming, and it's very, very problematic. Do I have anything at all? Kind of doubt it. Maybe I can try to escape up here, but it's probably not gonna work. And I'm also so much down on time, so... Oh wait, but it threatens a mate here as well now. I need to move this guy. It's nothing here really, is it? I don't think so. You can take and also take away that escape square, so I'm not even sure I can postpone the mate one move. Don't even have any checks. Okay, I'm gonna resign, and as I'm no longer in the tournament lead, I'm just gonna quit the tournament as I am about to end the stream as well. But I'll be back on Thursday, and that will actually be my first non-chess stream. I thought that would be cool to try something else, so I'll play this game called Lemmings, which is a really retro game. It's very old, but it is kind of a lot of thinking. So hope that will be fun as well. At least I'll try it out. So hope to see you then. And thank you for watching, and if you have liked my stream, you could consider to give me a follow if you haven't already. I would appreciate that. But let's find someone to raid here. Let's raid. Sorry. Let's raid Strider. He has watched my stream before. I'm not sure if I checked out his stream before, but probably good. Hello, 6'10". Good to see you. It's been a while, but I'm just about to end the stream, so goodbye. No, but how are you? Good to see you too. Yeah, thanks. And good that you are good, even though it's short. Yeah. I'll be back on Thursday, and for the rest of June, I will try to stream every Monday and Thursday. So hope to see you around. And I hope I get the chance to watch your stream soon again as well, if you are streaming these days. I think you're streaming often when it's the night here in Europe. Time zones are annoying, but it's not that much to do with it. But as I was about to do, I'm going to raid Strider. So thank you all for watching, and hope to see you again on Thursday. Now suddenly the network seems to be okay again, and that the speed is going well, which is a bit ironic, as it's been at least telling it's problematic the whole day, and now 1 minute before I'm about to end the stream, it's back to fine. But I hope it hasn't been any problems. I'll try to check out what that was about before next stream. So bye everyone.